Welcome to Escient's Business Resilience series. In this session, we're providing some practical advice for leading teams during times of significant change. Hi, I'm Camille, Clerc, Consulting Director with Escient. I'm a Master Level Accredited Change Manager with the Change Management Institute, and I'm a ProSci Certified Advanced Instructor. I came to the change management profession from an operational leadership background, leading teams of more than 100 people and all the complexity that brings. Now I'm focused on helping other leaders deal with change, and that's what Jacinta and I are here to talk about today.
Hi, I'm Jacinta Mulholland, and I'm a Principal Consultant with Escient. I'm also a ProSci Certified Change Manager and have a special interest in cultural change. I have a strong background in change management and have spent much of my career leading operational teams in telco and financial services organisations through times of significant change and ambiguity. As we go through the session today, it's important to think about the content from two different perspectives. The first is to recognise you're a person going through change, as well as being a leader of others. Too often we forget that leaders are experiencing the same change at the same time while also having the responsibility of helping others.
Our first tip is to create certainty in the simplest ways possible. As humans, we crave certainty and we find comfort in routines and familiarity. We only like change really when we create it ourselves. So in times of change, allowing people to create new ways of working will help them to deal with the change they're experiencing. What is the operational rhythm that will work best for the team? Are there tasks or actions that must be done at or by a certain time? What is the best time to have standard meetings, and by what method will you run them? If you're going to be working in new ways, consider a co-created team charter that defines the team's ways of working. And also consider what old ways of working can be preserved. Talking about what's not changing can be very comforting for people. Co-create structures with the team for storing and sharing information, holding meetings, checking in socially, and updating on work tasks. When people are working from home, just like in the office, there are choices they can make for themselves and other parameters that need to be more uniform for everyone. Setting up core hours of being available, as well as when someone can be flexible with their time, helps to keep the team together, while recognising that some of the team may be more productive in the morning over the evening, and some will have family or other activities on which they would like to spend some time. Structures and routines you put in place aren't set in stone, but they do need to be tried enough to form a trusted pattern. Then have an agreed review point to discuss and ditch, or discuss and do more.
Our second point. When people are under pressure or feeling uncertain, it's especially important to lead with empathy and understand how people feel about the change that's happening to them. What are they losing? What are they gaining? When people are experiencing the denial stage of the emotional change curve, we need to provide them with as much information as we can. Let them know that the change will happen, it's not going to go away, so that they can start their acceptance of the change. Explain what to expect. Suggest actions they can take to start to regain control and adjust to the change. Leaders need to give people time to absorb the change at their own pace. There's no right or wrong time frame. It takes as long as it takes for each person, and we're all individuals. When people enter the resistance stage of the change curve, it's important to listen, acknowledge your own and your people's feelings, and respond with encouragement and support. Accept the way people respond to you. Build trust, and people will continue to tell you how they feel, so you can continue to support and respond to them. Communicate. Provide strong guidance, clear and consistent messages, a sense of confidence, and importantly, a sense of hope. At the exploration stage of the curve, connect with the team. Give space to talk about the whole person, not just work. Plan and focus on priorities and set short-term goals so people can see progress and feel that the change is achievable. When you reach the commitment stage, it becomes about setting longer-term goals. This is where you focus on building the team, reward and recognise successes, and take some time out to look ahead. When you do all of these things with integrity, you create an environment of trust and a safe place to show your humanness and vulnerability.
Thirdly, focus on the important things. Understand your top priorities where you can take action and deliver value. Your team's responsibilities will be the guide. What will really help other teams, your customers, patients, members, those for whom your work really matters. Zeroing in on what can be done, on delivering, helps people to control feelings of stress. It's amazing how disruptive change can really hone what's important and what isn't. And consider too what's deadline driven and what really could be delayed a little. Think about what's reasonable in terms of expectations during a time of change. Perhaps that is different to what it was before. Work with the team to create a work plan of meaningful activities to which you can all contribute. The more tangible the output, the better, because that helps make the contribution real and can provide a point of reflection when you look back on what has been achieved. It's important to set short-term actionable goals with the team. Then provide the tools, information, encouragement and empowerment for action to be taken. And lastly, celebrate completion and recognise people's contribution and achievement. Remember, there's no shame in changing the game. After all, innovation is creating value by doing something differently. Even using terminology like that can help people to feel more empowered and engaged.
As a leader of others, or as a team of just you, in summary, we suggest you set up ways of working, structure and routine, ways of interacting, not forgetting that you yourself are also experiencing this change, and ways of acting to create value.
It's not easy to deal with change, and it isn't easy to be a leader in a time of significant change. We trust we've shown you that you're already doing the right things, and we hope our tips and insights have also provided a few more light bulb moments. Remember, you're not alone. Our contact details are provided if you would like to talk with us, and we and Escient are always here to help.